Please welcome Grammy Award-winning musician, Mr. Wynton Marsalis.
In jazz, we play the blues. And the blues means that anything, no matter how tragic, can be confronted with skill, style, and soul. Yes, with soul. Tonight's music scholars bring remarkable insight and depth to their craft. They are keen observers who play with life and know how to translate their observations into the most abstract of all arts, and that is music. Our first performer this evening, I'm kind of partial to. But then again, who isn't partial to the noble majesty of the trumpet? We trumpeters brought the world in, and we're going to bring it out. Thanks. He's an extremely gifted individual and will be playing the Haydn Trumpet Concerto in E-flat major. Ladies and gentlemen, please be warm to our 1994 presidential scholar, trumpeter, Nathaniel Mayfield.
When I perform, you have to leave your moods behind. You can't expect to play a happy piece when you're depressed, so you have to forget that you're depressed at all. You just have to be the music, so to speak. You forget who you are for about, 8 minutes or however long the piece is. You are the music.
Recently, the music world lost one of its most prolific and innovative composers of all time. His name, Mr. Henry Mancini. He will always be remembered as a great philanthropist, most especially as a friend of the White House Commission on Presidential Scholars and an active contributor to the National Foundation for Advancement in the Arts. He encouraged young composers by establishing scholarships and fellowships for their musical education. After studying at the Juilliard School of Music, he joined the music composing staff at Universal Studios in 1952. There, he contributed to the score of more than 100 films in 6 years, winning his first Oscar for Breakfast at Tiffany's and 5 Grammys for the song Moon River. He was also the quintessential modern man. In other words, he loved to swing. Henry Mancini will be sadly missed by the music community and indeed the world as a whole. Like Henry Mancini, our next featured scholar was a competitive athlete as a child, but the desire to perform soon manifested itself through acting, singing, and dancing. Please welcome 1994 presidential scholar, vocalist Farrah Mackenzie Alvin.
Other people are different kinds of artists. They write, that's how they tell their story, or they paint a picture. And the song is the best way for me to show what's inside me.
Wherever you're going, I'm going your table for one. It's a lonesome town, all right. Two drifters off to see the world. And there's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me.
While in Washington, the scholars gathered to honor their most inspiring educator.
You're here with your teachers, and that's so critical. As I say, you represent the best, and you've been taught by the best. Caring teachers, hardworking teachers, your being here is a wonderful affirmation of what we're striving for in American education, a sense of excellence and high achievement.
My inspiration is a woman I interviewed for my school newspaper.
The jazz trumpet players like Chet Baker or Miles Davis.
My English teacher, Mr. Edward Doucette, he's a really great guy.
Subramaniam Chandrasekhar, who the Chandrasekhar limit is named after. It's like the limit that a star has to have to collapse in on itself.
My parents, my mother, my father, and my older sister Susan.
And my parents, who are both physicians.
Parents.
Thunderstorms. I love thunderstorms.
The 1994 Presidential Scholars will return in a moment.
On the next